All right, guys, we're going to do another cold case out of Coos County. This is the case of Frank Pettengill, who was found deceased in Coos County in 1991. So at the time of his death, Frank was only 38 years old. He had a wife and a young son at home, and he lived in the Sumner area, which Sumner is just right outside of the town of Coos Bay. Now, he was also a foreman at Hallmark Fisheries, which is in Charleston, Oregon, out by the beach. I mean, by all accounts, he seemed like a really laid back, quiet guy. He liked to do wood carving. He was a kite builder, and he just seemed to live like a low key lifestyle from the outside looking in, anyways. And to just give you an idea, so Coos Bay is up there, Sumner area is over here in the red, and then Charleston is where he worked. So now here's where things get weird is on August 31st in 1991, it was a Saturday, it was also Labor Day weekend. Frank tells his wife that he's going to run to town, that he has a couple errands to run. Apparently, he was going to a store that used to be there in the 90s called Curtis Mathis, and he was getting like a TV guide or something like that. It was also said that he was also going to stop at Fred Meyer's, which is just right when you come into Coos Bay. And his wife, whose name was Marianne, seen him drive away in his pickup truck. And then Frank doesn't come home that evening. And Marianne says that at first she wasn't too concerned. It was Labor Day weekend. She thought maybe Frank ran into some buddies and went and had a few beers. Well, then he didn't return in the morning either. Now, Marianne had said that she was concerned the next day, but she didn't call the police because she thought Frank's an adult and she needs to wait 48 hours to report him missing. Then Monday comes around, Frank still is not home. And allegedly, she was about to call the police when it said she got some kind of message. And I'm not sure how she got this message, but she got some information that there was a body found in a nearby area, but not in the direction of Coos Bay where he was headed, but the opposite direction. And then the body of Frank was found in an area that we call Blue Ridge. Now, Coos Bay, where he said he was headed, is up that way. Where he lived was this way, and Blue Ridge, where he was discovered, is that way. So they never said exactly how Frank passed away or how his life was taken. And when I say they, I say the DA, the investigators. The only information that I could find was that they said that Frank was murdered in a very violent way, and whoever did this wanted to make sure that he was dead. And then on Tuesday, which was September 3rd, Frank's pickup, which was a 1974 Chevy GMC truck, was found submerged in the sand at Bassendorf Beach, which is in Charleston. And there was no evidence found in the truck whatsoever. And then this character comes into play. So when they found Frank's truck, they spoke to a gentleman that was out at the beach camping. That guy said that he had seen some woman in this truck or around this truck, and this woman had asked him for a ride into town. He says that when this woman got into his truck for a ride, she had bags which looked like a bunch of clothes, and he drops her off at the Blue Moon, which is a bar. So the Blue Moon is just a little bar, half restaurant that's been around for years, but apparently at that time there was a lot of biker gangs like the Gypsy Jokers and another one that was their hangout. So immediately investigators went there and started sharing that cartoon looking sketch. Nobody recognized this woman. At some point too, there was somebody that witnessed Frank and a female in the truck leaving Fred Meyer's too, I believe. Here was another sketch that they released. But still to this day, this woman has never been identified. Frank's case has never been solved, and no more details have ever been released. So what do you guys think happened to Frank? Did he pick up a hitchhiker? Was he robbed? Did he not go to these stores like he told his wife? Did he go to the Blue Moon to hang out and ran into a female? Was Frank having an affair and nobody knew about it and this lady took advantage of him? So many questions. What do you guys think though? Drop it in the comments. And like always, make sure that you guys are liking, sharing, following all the things, and keep dropping names in the comments of cases in Oregon that are unsolved, cold cases, or missing persons. I need some material.